Hello everyone, Dave here again. I just wanted to do a quick update and let you guys know what's going to be probably coming up over the course of the next couple of months. For anyone who has children, you probably realize that the school year is just about over. Now, typically when I record my videos, I'm doing it during the daytime when the kids are in school. That's why normally my upload schedule is Monday through Friday. So with that in mind, once school gets out, it's going to be a lot more difficult to find the time to record videos. So again, sort of an update as to what's going to happen during the summer, as well as what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. So one of the things that I want to say is I've had some people ask about the character creation series that I was doing for beginners. I have not abandoned that. I have not dropped that concept whatsoever. Right now my printer is simply out of ink, and it's going to be a few more days before I'll have the funds to buy another ink cartridge. So next week I will have the Cleric video out. And as far as that goes, I put out a video asking, it was sort of like a poll, and I showed some of the miniatures off. And I had quite a few people vote for the female healer with like the bent staff. Now the bent staff was just a product of the way that the quality of the plastic and the way that it was packaged. But a lot of people wanted to see something about that, and people even submitted some backstory ideas for the character. Now, I didn't read them in full yet because I want to make sure that when I focus on a backstory for a character, that I want it to be sort of what I come up with. Not that the backstories, I assume that probably not only good, but most likely are going to be better than anything that I can come up with. But I just like watching or other people's reviews or other videos on the subject of something that I want to cover. I want to sort of get my own thoughts out there first, and then I'll go back. So anyway, I tried to reply at least to them and say that this is an interesting idea, but I haven't actually, fully read the backstory because, again, I want to sort of do my own thing. But that's probably going to be its own separate video at the end of the series, because the intention of the series is focusing more on just the mechanical aspects of creating the character. And I throw a little bit of backstory or a little bit of role-playing suggestions or ideas as I go, but I think that character has so much potential. And so many people express an interest in it that I kind of want to do it justice and use that character for the video that I do to help people, help beginners come up with backstories and backgrounds for their characters. So it will probably be the second most voted one that I actually do the video for, just because that's going to be more of a mechanical, these are where, these sort of things go. Anyway. Also, next week I do plan on getting back into my review of the Shackled City campaign path. I want to do reviews of actually all three of the campaign paths that were done, or adventure paths that were done from Dungeon Magazine for 3.5 D&D. And so I'll be getting back to that. It's just the last few weeks have been not necessarily the greatest, just due to a lot of fluctuations in the temperatures, and it's kind of allergy season, and it's just been kind of wreaking havoc on my system, but hopefully things will stabilize. But that's what I plan on doing the next couple weeks. As for the summer, there are going to be weeks where our little one is not going to be home, so those will probably be more or less regular kind of uploads. But something that I actually want to do, and I actually had someone recently comment on one of these videos, is get back into doing my low-tech Let's Plays. And one of the things that I always wanted to set out to do with this channel is just prove that you don't need to have hundreds of dollars worth of equipment or thousands of dollars worth of equipment to put videos out if it's something that you're interested in or that you care about. And just doing my low-tech, point a camera at the TV and just kind of talk about the game or talk about some stuff while I do it. That's something that I enjoy doing. I will be going back and I will be finishing Dungeons & Dragons Daggerdale. So as much as that game kind of is painful, I will go back and I will finish it. I also want to do the Shadows over Mystara arcade game. So I had already done the Tower of Doom. It was the first one that I actually recorded, the first video game playthrough session that I recorded was that one. And I want to go back and do the sequel, because the sequel is just a far superior game. And Tower of Doom was great, so I mean this one has a lot of new abilities and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that as well. I'm also planning or hoping to do a playthrough of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for the Nintendo GameCube. and have that be the playthrough that I do where I only use scavenged equipment aside from potions and stuff, but I'll discuss that when I sort of get to it. But the gameplay videos are things that I can record, you know, at night, and I typically have to record them at night to get the clearest image on the TV possible and not have stuff sort of reflecting off of it. So those ones are ones that I can either do during the nights in the summer, or what I want to do is get some of them sort of stockpiled and get them out there. So anyway, those are sort of the basic plans, and again, the weeks that our daughter's not home, then I'll try to get back to sort of more of the regular stuff. And of course, in August is the Pathfinder 2nd Edition playtest, so I'm hoping to have a few videos on those products once they get them. My local game store did confirm that they've submitted the order for them, so it'll be interesting to get all of those. And then of course, once fall starts, we're into the D&D season with you know, Dragon Heist, Waterdeep, and you know, Dungeon of the Bad Mage. We'll have all those things. So anyway, like I said, I just wanted to sort of get that update out there and sort of set the expectations. I do also am hoping to, starting in July, begin running my 1st edition AD&D game at Giant Robot Comics, so I'm planning on doing a few videos at least on my experiences with that. One of the biggest things that I wanted to do is create or write out the combat system in a way that's not going to make my head hurt, and I just still really just don't like the idea of segments, and I find it to be just sort of unnecessary. So I'm kind of doing, I guess it's more of a hybrid of like the Rule Cyclopedia style combat, which is organized in phases. It's group initiative, and it'll go in phases from there. So everyone gets to move first, and then the other actions will be resolved in order of range attacks, spells, and then hand-to-hand combat. And just go through that for the sides. And if 2 spellcasters are going at the same time, then their spells are resolved in the order of which one has the lowest casting time. So that's just sort of what I'm leaning towards, just because, again, it's kind of a lot to take in for a system that I've never run before. So anyway, I should hopefully have a couple of videos along those lines up as well. So I just wanted to get that out there and let you guys know what's going to be going on, and try to get back to, like I said, I want to make those character creation videos. I'm going to try to do at least a couple of them next week, if not try to get 3 of them done, just one for each week that I wasn't able to do because of my lack of printer ink and lack of character sheets. So anyway, thank you guys again very much for, you know, all your support, all of your wonderful comments. This has actually been a pretty great month for my channel so far, and hopefully we can kind of keep it going. So thanks again. We will see you next time. Take care.